Chapter 8 Three Women Watching. A friendly fog smothered the face of the ocean. Neither the vengeful sun god nor the vengeful sea god below sighted Odysseus as he drifted to the shores of Ogyanga. There he woke to find himself on a bed of fleece, with a sea nymph's song in his ears. Calypso, the sea nymph, had everything a nymph's heart could desire: hives full of honey, vines bent double with grapes, olive groves and pomegranate trees, figs and carbos, and freshwater springs. Her cave was not so Her cave was no dark, damp hollow in a rock infested with crabs. It was a sunny cliff high in a flowery hillside. The floor was carpeted with woven rugs, 7 deep, for each time the colors faded, Calypso had others to throw across them. The walls, too, were hung with tapestries. The weaving of these were her only daily work. Indeed, Calypso wanted for nothing, nothing that is, but a husband. When Odysseus sat up and looked around him, he commented on the prettiness of the cave. I have always tried to keep it pleasant while I waited. Without your nursing, I would be lying dead on the beach now, he said. I am truly grateful. But how could I let you die after waiting all these years? She said and laughed. Waiting? For what? He began to feel nervous. Waiting for you, of course, Odysseus, my love. You are my husband. I've waited for all my life. I knew you would come, and now you'll stay with me forever. But, lady, I'm married. My wife and son are waiting in my three-island kingdom of Ithaca. I must set sail today. Calypso narrowed her sea-green eyes. But you have no ship, husband. Then you must give me one, lend me one, help me build one. But I have no ship, husband, and I am the only person living on this island. The trees here are my friends and subjects. They would never allow themselves to be fashioned into a ship that would take you away from me. But my wife, yes, my dear? No, my wife Penelope, I mean, is old and wrinkled now. I will never grow old. I am immortal. Then Odysseus knew how the little bird feels when it lands on lime twigs to rest and finds its feet stuck fast. He threw himself down on the fleecy bed and turned to face the wall. Calypso smiled patiently. Soon you will love me. Wait and see, she said cheerfully, and returned to her loom, which stood by the entrance of the cave. Far, far across the ocean, in the white halls of the Pelicotta Palace, another woman was weaving. Penelope, queen of Ithaca, looked up from her loom and stared out across the wave-striped sea. Every day she sat at her loom in the window in the palace, and every day she watched for Odysseus to sail over the horizon. But the only ships that came were the ships of smiling, smiling, smiling suitors. Moneyless princes and despots, warlords, sailed in on every time to ask for her hand. The laws of hospitality demanded that she offer them food and drink and a bed to sleep in. But the suitors never went home. They were sleeping four to a bed now. Every day they ate and drank and produce of the island, feasting and making free with Odysseus's own clothes, Odysseus's own weapons, Odysseus's own chairs, making eyes at Odysseus's own wife. He's dead long since, lady. His ship went down in the storm. He was killed by pirates, most likely, or eaten by cannibals. Don't give him another thought, lady dear. Marry again and give this three-island kingdom of yours a new king. They talked of love, but none of them loved Penelope. Their hearts were set on that golden crown of Ithaca and the island's riches. My husband will come back soon, she told them at first. I feel it in my heart that he is alive. He'll be angry to find you here pestering me. Leave now. That is my advice. But as months passed, she realized that they would not leave just because she advised it. Go away, she told them. I don't want to marry any of you. I shall have only one husband in my life, and that husband is Odysseus. His son, Telemachus, will rule this three-island kingdom after him. As the months went past, she realized that the suitors were plotting and scheming to murder Telemachus so that Odysseus, dead or alive, would have no heir. Go away, she told them. There's not one of you I'd choose to marry, even if my Odysseus were dead. Then we'll draw lots, said the suitors. The man who wins shall take you for his wife, since you have no special preferences. Then Penelope asked herself, what would Odysseus do if he were in my place? He wouldn't let these bullies have their own way. So she set up a loom at the window of the Pelicotta Palace and threaded a wide wrap and wound a heavy shuttle. Hear this, you graceless men. I believe now that my husband Odysseus is dead, and I will marry one of you, a man of my own choosing, but not yet. Let me weave a wedding veil and cover it, weep tears of mourning for my dear, dead Odysseus. When it's finished, I shall choose, not before. That night the suitors feasted more wildly than ever. She'll choose me. Never! She liked me all along. Nah, haven't you seen the way she looks at me? Why argue? Not long till the veil's woven and we'll know, they said, and broke up more of Odysseus's wine. That night, when they had all drunk themselves into a stupor, Penelope left for her bed and crept to the loom in the moonlit square of the window. O moon who shines on me, and somewhere over the sea shines on my dear Odysseus too, give me light now enough to do my work. And she set about unpicking all but a row or two of the weaving she had done during the day. Here is one wedding veil that will never be worn to a wedding, she said to herself. Long before it is finished, Odysseus will sail over the horizon and drive these bullies into the underworld like sheep into a slaughterhouse. But though the friendly moon lit her work and laid a yellow path across the ocean, no red-prowed, vast black ship sailed along the moon's highway. High, high above the ocean, another woman sat watching. Like Calypso the sea nymph, and like Queen Penelope, she loved Odysseus, the hero of Troy. She had preserved his life through many battles. She had planted the little white molly flowers which were the antidote to Circe's magic poison. She had pressed home the soil of the roots of the tree which overhangs Charybdis, and she had laid the friendly fog across the sea to hide Odysseus as he drifted helplessly on his red keel. The goddess Athena loved Odysseus, for all he was a small and stocky mortal. For 7 interminable years she watched Calypso's carpeted cave and saw Odysseus sit sobbing in the sun, pleading with Calypso to let him go. Every day he lit a fire, made a sacrifice, and prayed to the gods for their help. But every god and goddess on holy Olympus mountain top had been forbidden to help him. The father of all gods, Zeus the Almighty, had spoken. No meddling goddess was to send a ship or carry Odysseus home on wings of magic. At last, Athena went to her father and said, Zeus, let Odysseus continue on his way. His wife and son need him at home. No, snapped Zeus. He may set where he is. No torment, surely, to live with a sea nymph in paradise. No, I will not deny Poseidon some revenge for the blinding of his son. Have you heard what Calypso did today? Athena persisted, her head on one side. She offered to make him immortal, as she is. She what? She offered him the gift of immortality, if only he would love her. That hussy. What did he answer? He refused, declared Athena proudly. Zeus gave a sigh of relief that seemed pleasantly surprised. Refused immortality? You must really want to leave Calypso very much. What for, I wonder? A wife and a son and a miserable three-island kingdom? Athena waited patiently. So you will consider setting him free? Zeus scowled, banks of white clouds knitting over his all-seeing eyes. When when has one little mortal ever caused such excitement among the immortals? In a few years he'll be nothing but a heap of dust and a drifting spirit. Very well. I'll send and tell Calypso that she must set Odysseus free. But Athena, yes, dearest father? No magic wings to carry him home, no words of advice whispering in his ear while he sleeps, no visits to earth to walk by his side. That man loves his wife. It would be a great mistake for any foolish goddess to fall in love with him. Athena widened her warrior gray eyes. A goddess love a mortal? How could such a thing ever happen, father dear? Behind a rainbow column in the house of the gods, Poseidon crouched, greenly out of place in the dry realm of heaven. He dripped wet blue rain on the landscape beneath as he rubbed his hands together and bared his teeth in a smile. Now I shall have you where I want you, little mortal. Soon you'll wonder why you ever prayed to leave Calypso's island.